like that. It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello, that's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man, that's the way my neck talking. Right, I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that. With a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit, I'm glad. When the check missed the direct hit, I'm sad. Like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay.
Well, the summer beach weather may be long gone, but still a tremendous afternoon for football here in Los Angeles, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
What? 280. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. I'm going to run you over. Bang out. Bam. Undercooked.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second and 9, Wilson flush to his right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. So good field position for the Rams as they come up first and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Here's Gurley. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Credit the tackle there to Aaron Lynch.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
We got it. Go, Mike 51.
From just shy of midfield, Goff. And this one's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. Third down here. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
51's a Mike. 51's a Mike.
A shotgun snap for Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
At the 32-yard line.
Look, 180. It's going to be a long day.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
It's 4th down.
And Zerline's kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On second down now, it's Carson. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. And the great veteran Eric Berry back to knock that one away. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
He'll return it from the 6. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Now it's Gurley. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
At the 19-yard line.
Hey, lift!
Gone. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Five.
Gurley again here on first down. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's first or second or even third in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball play.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch a slant, watch a slant, watch a slant. Ric Flair.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
What? My 20. Check 56. Check. 2 for 1. 2 for 1. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Check pass. Hey, Echo. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. 3 buzz.
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Los Angeles. It is the Rams in possession. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He lets it fly for Lockett. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Steps away to his left. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
On first down, it's Gurley. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Right 20. 54 Mike. Not today, you know. Not today.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Hey, 5. He's coming. We got double up. Go.
Throwing on third. Wrong. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start out on the ground with Carson, and he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. And he is the NFC rating offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
At the 48-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now it's Wilson. Man open, it's Goodwin. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, it's Carson. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First down, Seattle.
An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, You'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked to his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
At the 21-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, watch that. Check.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Come, baby.
All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Done. 180. 54 Mike. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Mike spot 2. Mike spot 4. Focus, defense, focus. 54's Mike. 54's Mike.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. He's going to fire one, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. this amount of time, don't be compelled to pull.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. I got him, I got him.
Hey, Shell. Hey, one set. Check, Mike.
3rd and long. It's gone. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Returnable for Lockett. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 39-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Out of bounds at the 42-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. The final shot before break here. Gone. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Gurley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Mike Daniels makes the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Hey, Shell.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Go tonight, like 20, hey, 76, 76, 76.
The play fake to Gurley. Now gone. He gets it to Cooks. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
The evolution of Clay Matthews as a player, it's just one that they're going to end up writing books about. He didn't even start until his senior year at USC. He didn't start in high school. And now he's at all-pro level in the NFL. How about the play he just made there?
Yeah, he has certainly made a name for himself. William Clay Matthews III. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
We go tonight, like 20.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
They run. It's Gurley. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Meanwhile, Goff to Gurley as he drops it off for his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Check Mike 54. Value 3. Value 3.
Coming for you, mine. Mike's 54.
On 1st and 10, Goff. That'll be caught by Kupp. 23 yards on the play. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Carson. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They run again with Carson. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. There to make the tackle, Samson Abuka.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Hey, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball.
Zebra.
Mike's 59. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant running. Mike.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. He wants it all for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Marquise Goodwin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
12. Hey, Haywood.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
Out of the gun. Goff. Open man right side is Cup complete. There he goes right side. Touchdown, LA. Cooper Kupp, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back, and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. Wilson now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. Now it's Carson, and an alley to run. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
This is Carson. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now a man who played collegiately here in the Golden State, Rashad Penny. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 and the 34.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. There defensively was John Johnson to knock it free.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
On third down, Wilson. And it's complete. Henry. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 22-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on first down. Carson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through three quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They run it with Carson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, his 19th touchdown now on the season, as his guys have now moved out in front. Myers connects on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
DC.
56.
Hey, Wahoo.
56.
Hey, defense.
Goff now looks to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Goff. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A big gain of 39 on 3rd.
In your face.
Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. Maverick. 5.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Yeah.
Back to throw. Goff. They'll find Everett there, complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Hey, let's go. Go, ground. Let's make it.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Gurley. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Gurley. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Tonight, 20.
Hey, get in the weight room. Hey, Mike 51.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Mike 54.
Hey, kill.
You can't block me.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Right there. 54 Mike.
And the blitz does come. And that's knocked away and incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Goff. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll begin the drive with Carson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Mike Daniels in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. One last throw here for Goff. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive.